Part 3. You will hear two textile design students, Sophie and Ben, discussing their final year projects. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 24. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 24.
Hi Sophie, I haven't seen you in the studio lately.
No, I've been hiding away working on my project.
You're focusing on natural dyes, aren't you? Using plants to avoid using chemicals.
That was my original plan, but I changed my mind. I'm looking at biomaterials for shoes. I started out trying to make a leather substitute using pineapple leaves. It wasn't because the leaves were too expensive, but in the end I found that mushroom roots, mycelium, simply provided better strength.
Wow, that sounds high-tech. How about your other project on recycling? You were looking at denim jeans, weren't you?
Yes, it's been exhausting but rewarding. The basic process involved shredding the old jeans into raw fibres and then spinning them back into yarn.
But you used a digital knitting machine, didn't you? To create the new garments. Was the speed of the machine the best part?
It was fast, yes, and I was quite limited with the range of colours available. But what I loved about this project was experimenting with the fabric itself. I managed to create a 3D effect on the surface just by changing the tension. I was really pleased with those 3D textures.
It must satisfy you to know you're saving clothes from the landfill.
It does. I'm hoping to display some pieces at the college fashion show. Oh, I read something online yesterday that you might find interesting. It was a company that has developed temperature-sensitive ink for clothing labels.
How does that work?
Well, the logo on the shirt changes colour if the wearer's body temperature gets too high. It started as a concept for professional athletes to prevent overheating during training, and parents are buying it for babies now.
So, it's already on the market?
Yes, but actually I thought it would be most useful for medical staff in hospitals, to monitor patients with fevers without having to wake them up.
Right. And going back to fabrics, what else could that ink do? Could it measure the weight of the fabric or monitor pollution levels in the air?
No, the ink only reacts to heat.
Ah, I see. Well, maybe it could be used for safety, like indicating if a firefighter's suit is damaged by extreme temperatures?
Yes, that's exactly the kind of application it needs.
Before you hear the rest of the discussion, you have some time to look at questions 25 to 30. Now listen and answer questions 25 to 30.
I was reading a report on future trends in the fashion industry for our seminar next week.
Oh, things like microplastics. You know, the tiny fibres that shed when we wash synthetic clothes.
Exactly. Consumers can buy filter bags, but that's not enough. The report argued that the government needs to introduce strict new laws to force washing machine manufacturers to install filters in every new machine.
Absolutely. Legislation is the only way to solve it. What else was in the report? Did it mention the move towards gender-neutral sizing?
It did, but to be honest, I think that's old news. Lots of my friends have been buying unisex clothes for a long time. It's just normal now, not a future trend.
True. What I have noticed is the hype around virtual fashion. You know, buying digital clothes for your avatar in the metaverse.
Yes. I saw a designer selling a digital jacket for hundreds of pounds. It seems ridiculous. I tried a free version on a game once, and honestly, the graphics were terrible. It looked nothing like the picture.
I agree, it feels like a scam. Did the report mention white label brands?
No, what's that?
It's a huge problem. It's where a brand looks like a small independent boutique on Instagram, but actually they just put their label on cheap factory goods. They don't design anything. The issue is the complete lack of transparency about where the products actually come from.
That's worrying. Customers are being misled. Have you seen the trend of people making their own clothes using 3D printing at home?
I have, but the technology isn't quite there yet for comfortable fabrics. Home printers mainly use hard plastic mesh, so anyone trying it right now is probably just wasting their time. Anyway, we should probably get back to work.
That is the end of part 3. You now have 30 seconds to check your answers to part 3.